Good afternoon students, welcome to class 11 biology class. As we are discussing the movement and locomotion, this chapter the skeletal system is there. Now today we are going to start the skeletal systems. Okay, in the skeletal systems this part actually have to remember all these things, means the names actually have to remember, and not all the things I will tell which times you have to study. This one only you study it. Okay. And this short time I will say, and I have said also syllabus. Now the human skeletal system. First the skeletal system, you know the two types of skeletal system present in the body. What is the function of the skeleton? All these things I will not discuss it. They are very easy things you read from the book. But what the two types of skeleton is present? Exoskeleton and endoskeleton. What is the exoskeleton? Exoskeleton actually it is present the surface of the body and it is formed of dead tissue. This form of dead tissue, many the animals and the cockroach, mollusca, arthropod, the skeleton is the exoskeleton. Also the human body present the exoskeleton is the hair, nails and horns. Okay, these are all are the exoskeleton. But endoskeleton is includes the hard part present inside the body. Endoskeleton means it is present inside the body and the cartilages and bones form the exoskeleton. Actually the cartilages and bones are from the endoskeleton. The human body have to study the what is the endoskeleton. Endoskeletons actually it is from the cartilages and bone. Cartilage and bone. Okay, and it is present inside the body. So what is the function of the endoskeleton? Please read in your book, read from the book. This I will not discuss this one. You know they provide the supports and the fat storage something and the body form which framework of the body. I will not discuss it. Now the human endoskeleton. First the human endoskeleton. The human skeleton consists of 206 bones. You know the 206 bone present in our body and the two skeleton. First divided into two skeleton, axial skeleton and the appendicular skeleton. Axial skeleton and appendicular skeleton. Okay, axial and appendicular. Okay, what is the axial? Axial means head is including the skull, not head actually. The skull, vertebral column, the sternum, ribs. This part actually this product part is called a axial skeleton. The head, skull, sternum, vertebral column, all these things. And the appendicular legs, hands, arms, girdles. These are the appendicular skeleton. Now the axial skeleton. Axial skeleton it is made of first part is skull. The first part the axial skeleton the skull. The first part skull, cranium. Okay, skull, cranium. Skull is the hard part. It has the skull is present in the head and the 28 bones. Only the cranium. How much bone? 28 bones. These bones number have to remember, but bone names it is very impossible to remember this. Only the number you remember. Okay, the cranium. Number 3, and the facial bones, auditory ossicles, hyoid. The skull. In the skull, this consists of actually the skull. The skull consists and the skull, all are the skull part. The cranium and the facial bone, these all are the skull part. Facial bone, Number 3, auditory ear bones, tongue bone, ear bone, hyoid or tongue bone, all these things. Okay, the first one is the cranium. Cranium it is large hollow rounded part of the skull. It is called the cranial cavity. In the cranium form of the 8 bones. The total in the skull total 28 bone is present. present. Okay, total 28 bone is present in the cranium, 8 bone is present, and here given name also, frontal, parietal, temporal, occipital, different types of lobe is present in our head. These lobes actually, frontal lobe, parietal lobe, occipital lobe, all these things. At the base of the skull there is a big hole called a foramen magnum. Foramen magnum. Okay, big hole is present in the actually here they connected with the spinal cord, and this is called the foramen magnum. And after that the facial bone. In the facial bone number 14, facial bone number 14, it includes the different types of bone, the mandible, maxillary. No need to remember all these things. Auditory or the ear bones. Auditory ear bones is present the side of cranial auditory parts, and the tongue bone, the horseshoe shaped it is called, and horseshoe shaped bone that lies at the base of the tongue just above the larynx. Here the base of the tongue just above the larynx. The larynx is present. You know this is voice box, or it is called voice box. In the upper portion, the horseshoe shaped bone is present. It's called a hyoid apparatus or the hyoid bone. This actually includes in all actually skull. Okay. Actually all skull. And what is the function of skull? The cranium protects the brain, and the jaw bones helps the biting. Jaw bones, you know, helps the biting, chewing. Very means hard bone is present here. Jaw bone, strong bone, ear ossicle, hyoid apparatus support the tongue. This one actually the functions. Okay, here the bone number you remember have to remember the bone number. No need to remember the name all the bones. It is very difficult to remember this. Okay, and now next this is the what is this? This is the vertebral column. All these things have to remember properly. Different types of vertebrae. Next video I will discuss the vertebral column. Okay, different types of vertebrae. Okay.